This is the lower back program number 1. We are going to use the green band for one of the exercises, and we're going to start off with this. So put the green band up above your knees. Then you're going to bring yourself down into a bridge. So feet facing straight ahead, hip width apart, drive those hips up, tuck the pelvis, tighten the glutes. We're going to keep the arms, the forearms up and just beyond the elbows. Make sure the weight's on the shoulders, off your head and neck. From here, keep those hips up, keep the tailbone tucked. We're going to push out on the band and center. Push out and center. Foot stays flat, big toes stay down. As those knees come in, again, make sure they're just coming to center, that your knees don't point in. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Now put a little pressure out on the band. You can move your feet wider if you want to, just a little bit, but not too much, that you feel a little pressure out from the band. We're going to add that dip, come up, tuck and tighten the glutes. We're going to have a total of 10 of these nice controlled movements. Abs are in the whole time. We have 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and hold. Tighten the glutes. Hold it for 4, 3, 2. Bring it down. Take the band off of the legs. From there, we're going to have a basic dead bug. So you're going to bring it all the way down. Legs in tabletop. Abs are in. Ribs are in. Gently anchor the lower back down. Now from here, we're going to straighten out the left leg and the right arm. Hold it. Squeeze, squeeze that left glute. And back to center. And switch. Right leg, left arm. As you push the leg out, push through the heel. Squeeze that glute. Little pause. Back to center. So we're going nice and slow and controlled. Bicep is by the ear. Unless that irritates your shoulder, then you can always make the movement a little smaller. Lower back stays gently anchored the whole entire time. Abs are in the whole entire time. As you push out through that heel, I want you to tighten up that glute. So a little pause, make sure that glute's tight, come back to center. So this is just a basic dead bug. As you keep it going, again, lower back gently anchored down. Every time that leg straightens, you're pushing through the heel, squeezing that glute. Let's have 1 more for each side. Back to center. Now I'm going to have you straighten up the legs, hands behind the head. Lift the head, lift the shoulders. Pull the abs in. We're going to keep the head and shoulders lifted. You're going to lower one leg, bring it up, little hip tilt. Other leg down, up, little hip tilt. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Again, lower back is gently anchored the whole time. As you have that little hip tilt, focus in on the lower portion of that muscle. So yes, the whole long rectus abdominis is working, but I want you to focus in on the lower portion. Pretend only part of the muscle's working. As the leg lowers, it's only coming down as far as what's comfortable for your body. So the movement could be really small, or you could have the movement big. Just depends on how it feels. At any time, if keeping the head and shoulders up and off the mat, if it's not comfortable, you can always bring the head and shoulders down at any time. Let's do 1 more for each side. And release it. Okay, roll yourself up. Grab the band. We're going to repeat those all 1 more time. So put the band right above the knees. Feet facing straight ahead. Bring those hips up. Tuck the pelvis. Arms are just part way up. Abs are in. So now we're going to change this a little bit. You're going to dip, come up, tighten, out and in. Down and up, press out and center. As you press out, keep the big toes down. So you're driving the feet down into the mat. As those hips come up, you're tightening and tucking each time. Let's do 2 more like that. Now hold this one up, out and in. Keep those hips up. You're pressing out and center. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it out. Keep pressure on the band. Your knees are slightly out. Your toes are down. From here, add that dip. So yes, your legs are a little wide. You're through the knees. We have 4. Squeeze it up. 3, 2, 1. Release it. Roll it up. Take the band off your legs. Put it off to the side. Dead bug. So legs in tabletop. Wrap those ribs into the midline. Lower back gently anchored. Arms are up. Gonna straighten out the left leg and the right arm. Push through the heel. Squeeze the glute and center. We're gonna keep alternating sides as you go. Nice control movements. And as you go, think of those checkpoints. You're looking straight up to the ceiling. Your head is centered between the shoulders. Your abs are drawn in slightly, lower back gently anchored. As that arm extends overhead, bicep by the ear. And again, if that causes shoulder issues, make the movement smaller. Every time that leg straightens, push through the heel, squeeze that glute. Let's do 4 more for each side. Nice controlled movements. Always thinking about straightening that leg, squeezing that glute. Lower back anchored down the whole time. Let's do 2 more for each side. One more. And release it. Okay, we're moving on to the next little segment. We're going to have a bird dog. Let's put this way. So again, we're gonna keep it just nice and basic. So we're gonna be on our hands and knees. Spread those fingers out. Line up the shoulders and the wrists, the knees and the hips. And from here, we're gonna bring the feet to the tippy toes. We're gonna alternate, but just like the dead bug, we're gonna keep it nice and slow. So we're gonna straighten out the left leg and the right arm, bicep by that ear unless that hurts. Push through the heel, squeeze that left glute, and release. And switch. A little pause, enough to push through the heel, squeeze that glute, and release. We're gonna keep alternating sides today. No movement through the torso. So you're gonna keep that torso and that back as quiet and as still as you can. The leg does not have to come parallel to the floor. You do want to straighten it so you could tighten the glute, but it does not have to come parallel. So as long as that leg straightens, maybe it's down here, that's okay. Go slow as your body needs to go, that you always control the movement. Your feet stay on the tippy toes. Few more. One more. And release it. Okay, from here, we're going into a front plank on the elbows. So elbows and shoulders in line, straighten out those legs, tuck the tailbone, set the timer. So you're gonna push up through the shoulders, belly and butt are tight, pushing through the heels. As you keep it here, be mindful of the position of your head. So the back of the head is lined up with the neck down the spinal column. And you're breathing. Deep inhalations through the nose. As you exhale, pull the belly in. Now, I know you've been doing the plank for a while, so we're gonna go for 45 seconds on this one. At any time, if you need to make it a little shorter, if you feel to make it a little longer, that's totally fine. We have 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down onto your belly. We're gonna go into swimmer. So tuck the chin in. You're looking down, opposite arm, opposite leg, lift and lower. Again, the movement's nice and controlled. Alternating sides as you go. So you can go as slow as you would like on this one, but not as fast as you like. So I just want you to control the movement on the up, control the movement as it lowers. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick little stretch into a child's pose. Relax those shoulders, relax that back. Then back up to your hands and knees. From here, little T-spine rotation. So right hand behind the head. We're gonna close it up. As you open, add a little pause. And then close it up, open, little pause. We're gonna have 6 for each side. Again, keeping that back nice and long. Little pause as you open. Let's do one more on the side. And release it, and we'll switch. And again, close it up. As you open, little pause. Think about moving through that middle back. One more to this side, one more. And release it. Okay, all the way down onto your belly again. We're gonna have some I's into W's. So your legs stay down the entire time on this one. Your feet stay down. You're gonna extend those arms, tuck the chin in. You're gonna lift just the chest up, squeeze, make a W, place it back down, make an I. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. As those arms come back, squeeze, squeeze those shoulder blades toward the center. Keeping that chin tucked in so you're looking directly down the whole time. As you lift, I want you to think about lifting through the lower back. You should feel those glutes tighten as you lift. But your focus is on that lower back and shoulders. 2 more. And release it. Okay, we're gonna do all those again. So back onto your hands and knees. Spread out those fingers. Extend from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Feet are on the tippy toes. Basic bird dog, but we're gonna alternate again as we go. So leg straighten, squeeze that glute, and place it back. Bicep by the ear. As that arm extends up, but again, if that irritates your shoulder, make the movement of the arm smaller. Every time that leg straightens, you're pushing through the heel, squeeze, squeeze that glute. You could go slow as you need to during these. Your torso stays nice and quiet, nice and still. So you want to make sure your back isn't arching up or sagging down in the middle. One more for each side. And release it. Okay, we have our plank. Onto your elbows. Elbows and shoulders in line. Let's push through the heel. Press up through the shoulders. Extend through the crown of the head. As you keep it here, the glutes are tucked in and tight, the belly's tight, and you're breathing. Deep inhalation through the nose. As you exhale, pull the belly up toward the spinal column. And again, we're going to hold it here for 45 seconds. Depending on how your body feels, you can make it a little shorter if you need to. You can make it a little longer if you want to. We have 5 seconds to go. And release it. Into swimmer. So all the way down onto your belly, tuck the chin. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, control that movement. Going at your own pace as long as it's controlled. Even controlling the movement as it lowers. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back into a child's pose. Quick little stretch. Relaxing the shoulders. Relax that lower back. Okay, we're back at it. Back up to your hands and knees. T-spine rotation. So this time I'm going to start on the other side. Left hand behind the head. We're going to close up and open. Again, as you keep the movement going, think about moving through that middle back. Turning the head with the movement. One more on the side. And release it and switch. Other side. Two more to go. And release it down, eyes into W's. So all the way down onto your belly, extend those arms. Here we go. Lift just the chest up and make an eye. W's and I's. Legs stay down, feet stay down. You're keeping that chin tucked in, so you're looking directly down at the mat or the floor. As you lift, think about lifting through that lower back. Yes, glutes should be tightening a little as you lift. You want those muscles to work as a team. Let's do 4 more. This one is also so great for our posture. Keeping those shoulders back where they're supposed to instead of rounding forward. Last one. And release it. Okay. Time to stretch or get on with your workout. So that was our lower back program number 1.